With the increasing amount of action-based manhwas, there is also an increase in savage, devious, damn near barbaric moments that some characters just can't let slide. I know you have some moments that you automatically thought of, so make sure to tell us. While you do that, I'll tell you about some of my favorites.
Get back, nigga! Get back!
I get the basic everything the cook a bit falling diamond, but they sit on my wrist. They said it was Sunday, looking for some cheese. I told them this fuck I'm already rich.
In the story of Lookism, a character by the name of Vasco is an autistic-coded teenager that attends J High with the protagonist. He's also the leader of a crew called the Burn Knuckles, one of the best crews in the whole manhwa. His personality and perception could be summed up as an extremely likable idiot. So basically there is absolutely no reason you shouldn't have him as one of your favorite characters in this comic. Like, for real, if you don't like this character, there's something fundamentally wrong with you, and that's coming from me. Anyways though, one thing we learned about him is the reason he started fighting and working out and being obsessed with being stronger than the bad guys is in middle school, his bullies tattooed a bunch of sick on his body because he refused to cooperate. I don't know who would agree to get f***ed up on a daily basis, but sure. But unlike the other characters, Vasco never folds, especially if it's for the sake of his friends. So imagine the anger when he finds out his gang, his mans, got violated the same way he did back in the day. Nah, you'd have to spin the block. Simple as that. What proceeded to happen is Vasco's turning point, his villain origin story. When I tell you he went to get back, he got back. If you go up against someone that cries blood, pack it up immediately. Do whatever it takes to leave safely. Cause you see, Vasco let this man do whatever he wanted. This man was enjoying aggressively tattooing Vasco just to have Vasco completely crush him. A completely one-sided beatdown. Truly was a massacre. I mean, this guy made it so that this man would never walk again. He f***ed this guy's legs up bad, made him look like he was doing the stanky leg with both legs. But it's Lookism, so you know, give it a couple arcs and his legs are gonna be good as new. So this was the first time we felt something dark coming from Vasco. But since it's the beginning of his descent into villainhood, we can still witness that pure and good-natured soul of his when he requested to be arrested because he is now a bad guy. I'm sorry, but that's badass, I'm not gonna lie. You beat the bricks off somebody in front of the cops and hand yourself over. That's crazy. But damn, somebody that would be content with justly punishing bad people is now turning into a menace that wants to inflict as much damage, as much pain as possible to his ops. Safe to say, this man won't be walking into the architecture department anytime soon. Another manhwa from the PTJ universe that contains a crazy get back moment is Viral Hit, introducing Tae-hun Sung, the spin genius. Real talk, he's an asshole, at least in the earlier parts. He's probably one of my favorite characters in the later parts. But for some reason, he had a bit of a soft spot for this kid in his class, Do-won Lee. Do-won was the complete opposite of Tae-hun due to his living conditions, circumstances, I should say. His father basically imprisoned him into a life he sees fit. You know, some stereotypical Asian parents. They gradually became friends through school and taekwondo. Due to Tae-hun's asshole-like behavior coming back to bite him, we find out that the kid is possibly more of a taekwondo genius than Tae-hun. Not gonna lie, that would sting. No matter who or what anyone says, if you're regarded as a genius your whole life and some kid your age out-geniuses you in a short amount of time, that's straight depression for some of us right there. Some of y'all never experienced shit like this because y'all don't go outside, but hey. Anyways, Tae-hun takes it pretty hard and stops talking to him. Since Tae-hun was that kid's only friend, he becomes sad too. What could fix this petty situation? I guess the only logical conclusion the kid could come to was to stop fighting, since his father nearly disowned him for it, and Tae-hun stopped talking to him because he was too good at it. This decision unfortunately costed him his life. That shit was pretty depressing. I damn near cried the first time reading it, and the second time. It's fucking sad, bro. Because of his stupid pride, his only friend died. The guys responsible for his murder were minors, so they couldn't get charged with any crimes. So you know what has to be done, right? He has to get back.
I said get back for listening that.
It doesn't matter how many of them there are, where they're located, it don't matter. He's on his Batman shit. No one is safe from his justice. Justice wouldn't even be accurate. It's straight wrath. He was on a warpath. You know how mad you'd have to be for a martial artist that prides himself in his legs to straight up use weapons instead? Boy, he messed him up so bad. It had to be done though. How can we make a get back video and hell, manhwa video and not mention the king himself, Sung Jin-woo of Solo Leveling? He has many straight disrespectful moments, but when it comes to revenge, I have to mention that he got back against the architect that created him, more specifically the creator of his level up system that he gained from reawakening. Just take that in. How powerful do you have to be to do something like that? To do something as disrespectful as that? For those that need an explanation, at the start of Solo Leveling, Sung Jin-woo was known as the weakest hunter. Hunters being people blessed with powers to protect humanity. Like, he ain't shit. A normal person could probably beat his ass. So it's no surprise that when raiding a dungeon, the greedy weak hunters that he's tagging along with lead the group to get fucking demolished by a double dungeon, in which he also dies, but not really, because he unlocked an achievement that gives him reawakening and a video game like way to get stronger, which is unheard of for any hunter. One day, he gets the chance to enter that high level dungeon again. Turns out the statue that was responsible for his death thinks of him as only a pawn to his system. Logically speaking, there's no way he'd get smoked, right? That's like getting smoked by Shaggy's sidekick or Bug's rockets in multiverses, and instead of getting better or requesting to patch it, you buy a player first games studio. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not possible, it's unrealistic, it's plain illogical. But somehow Sung Jin-woo is that. For all the people that were traumatized, everybody that's dead and gone, which is supposed to be including him as well, he got back for, murked them without being able to fight the way he normally fights, which is with his summons. I already had mad respect for him, but the way he dismantled the statues that even the S rankers were getting smoked by was straight sexy, I'm not gonna lie. The way he punched that creepy smiling statue that was probably the source of not just my nightmares, but probably the other survivors as well. Wow, chef's kiss. It was effortless for him till the architect got involved. But even then, all he had to do is get stronger. I don't know why I said that. Like, it's easy to do, but for him, it is that easy to do. I don't know why, but you know, you fucked that nigga up too. Like, he really got back. No regard for the possible consequences that may follow. I feel like even if he was killed, revived, used, he should low-key be thankful for the architect changing his life. But he is such a Chad that he can't be bothered by it. He can't let what they did slide. If you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this.